Welcome, Antonio. I'm so grateful that you decided to join me today for this series. Just so everyone knows what the series is about, it's basically me as a struggling prop trader seeking out people who have successfully been on this journey. They're taking payouts now. Antonio has moved to live and just trying to learn more about the process because I know not just going to the website and reading the rules is always that helpful when it's not very clear. So this is a way for me to bring it to the new and struggling trader in a more bite-sized format, I guess. So I just want you to introduce yourself, a little bit about your trading journey, what led you to prop trading, and yeah, I'll just turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. It's super awesome being able to hop on here with you. I know we've been talking for a while, so this is really cool to kind of get on here and start doing this little interview. But my name is Antonio, as you guys know now. I've been trading since 2023. I started trading pretty much like a retail trader, like everyone else when they first start, understanding YouTube videos and trying to reach out to as many people as possible, trying to learn without having to pay for some sort of mentorship. So that was me, just like many of you. And I don't know for yourself, but I know that's just what I was doing in the beginning. End of 2023, 2024, I actually quit just because it was really tough. It was super tough for me. And the way I was trading, I just couldn't find myself being consistent. I then ended up coming back into trading in early 2025, and I finally found a strategy that worked for me, and I was able to finally have that breakthrough, which was, being disciplined and staying consistent with the way I was trading. And now I'm here taking payouts consistently and sticking to everything like I should have in the beginning if I would have just done that back in 2023. But yeah, my journey's been ups and downs, but I'm married. I have three kids, and it's tough. It's tough, especially trying to rely on just trading. But so far it's been great going into 2026.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I know whenever I first started trading, I've started and stopped several times. So, um, since I consistently started trying to trade prop firms, it's been about 2 years. Um, I started out as a swing trader. I think you knew that because I also started with like trend lines and support and resistance. And so I learned to trade with like really wide stops because I was on the 4 hour and I learned to use wiggle room. And since I've switched to prop firms, obviously, you know that that's not going to work very well,
Yeah.
especially, I think when you first start with a prop firm, one of the things that's hard to grasp is that you don't really actually get 50K. You're working with like, the drawdown.
Yeah.
So I had to switch up my strategies. Um, I am still struggling with risk management, specifically trying to have like a fixed risk that doesn't work well because now I'm understanding that my risk management needs to be based off structure, not just like a fixed number. So I just want to turn it over to you and let you maybe elaborate a little bit on that. How do you go about trading risk on a prop firm?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. So I was in the exact same boat as you. I was doing the exact same thing, trend line trading, support and resistance, like I was talking about. And you don't really look at structure whatsoever when it comes to just learning. And that's like one of the biggest things that I had to learn is when you have that set in stone strategy that works for you, you're going to know exactly how much you can risk on that trade. And it can range from $150, we're speaking on 50K accounts, but like $150 to $300, just depending on how that trade is set up and how convinced you are to get into that trade. So as you know, when you're trading on a higher time frame, it is really tough with prop firms because you can't hold the trade for multiple days. And that's just how it is. When it comes to trend lines and swing trading, that's definitely when you have a lot more capital, you're on your own personal account, and you're able to kind of have a lot more wiggle room. Um, when it comes to the fixed like risk to reward or having a solid risk management on a strategy, anytime I'm on 50Ks, like I love 50Ks. Those are like what I recommend, like especially to anyone who's new. 25K, you don't have much wiggle room. 50K is like almost perfect, right in between. I risk max $250 on each trade. And sometimes it can be less. I'll go into micro E-minis as the markets move and change consistently. Sometimes, like I like to call it, it's called wide stops or not stable stop losses. For the last week now, we've had crazy movement in the market where it's like one candle in the 1 minute time frame is like 100 ticks, and that's absolutely absurd. So you can't really get your strategy, honestly, anyone's strategy at that point, get in and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait for this retest per se, get in and have a good 50 tick stop loss on a mini contract, which is in essence $250. It's just gonna go blow right through it. It's just in the middle of that candle, if that makes sense. There's just no solid risk to reward right there. So I'd go down to minis, have a way larger stop loss, and risking the same amount, but not having as many contracts.
Oh, you
You know
mean
what I mean?
go to micros?
Micros, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
micros.
I know.
Going
I,
into
I get
micros.
those mixed up.
Yeah, micros and yeah, micro e-minis. Yeah, yeah. So micros. That's helped me. That's helped me. But anytime I'm on a 50K account, it's always risking $250 across the board, as that's going to give me a lot more time until I, in essence, blow that account.
Yeah. I personally love Tradeify. So I was curious, I know you have some experience with Tradeify. Do you agree that they're very newbie or struggling trader friendly with their rules? Especially love the flex plan. I'm still learning some of the differences there. Maybe you can go over that.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I absolutely love Tradeify. Tradeify is super user friendly just because not only do they have all the rules like really set in stone right there for you to identify, and they're really not hard to navigate. A lot of other prop firms have found in the past is you just can't really get the full picture without having to go into the FAQ and really asking a whole bunch of other people about the rules or in the Discord. With Tradeify, it's all there on the page, and you can actually just go to their YouTube channel as well, and they have it all there for you, which has been really awesome. Another cool feature I like about them is the fact that you can journal your trades literally that day, and it's all built in there. If you are a new trader and you don't want to have to put up money every single month to have a trading journal, or maybe you don't want to write it down, but you want to have it kind of linked with the prop firm that you are trading, that's like a game changer for me, honestly. I love being able to get on there, attach my pictures of, the trades that I took and my tags and be able to journal each individual trade, which has been awesome. As for the accounts, I do love Flex and I do love the daily payout option. Their select plans are by far probably the easiest and most friendly. Only needing to make $2,500, which is pretty low in my opinion compared to most props with the 50K, which is 3,000. You only have to make 2,500 bucks. And being able to choose after, you pass the evaluation. So being able to choose the difference between a daily and a flex plan with the select plans, it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So you can choose obviously your daily, which is going to be you have to make a certain amount of money, which is their buffer. And then you can just request however much money every single day, as long as it doesn't exceed $1,000, which is really cool. A lot of traders who do that are more experienced and who are able to get to that buffer a lot quicker. If you are someone like myself in the past where you are trading and it takes you a little bit longer to pass that evaluation, I would go more for the flex because then you're not going to have to do another evaluation again, if that makes sense, just for you to get that payout. I like to say no matter what, always try to get a payout as soon as you're funded and just get it, take the money, and be able to pay yourself so that you can rinse and repeat. So that's more for people, like I was saying, who are just easy, quick, and able to pass those evals really fast and who can get over that buffer really quick. For Flex, it's for people like you and I. I like doing this plan because it's just 5 winning days of $150. And that's actually very easy if you have a good risk to reward and you can really do it in micros. And that's what I like doing. I like running 5 micros, just getting that $150 each day. And it doesn't have to be in a row. It can be just collective of 5 winning days. And that's why I love the account. The only thing that I did see with Tradeify is the fact that you get 50%, but it's upwards of $3,000. So that's really good in my opinion. So let's just say you build that account up to $6,000, you can take out $3,000 of that after those 5 winning days, or if you want to just continue a little bit longer just so you have a lot more money to take out. But for me, I like the flex plan, but you can't go wrong with the daily payout option as well.
Yeah. Could you expand a little bit more on what it means to make sure you have a buffer? I think that's a little hard for new people to grasp.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So when it comes to having a buffer, especially with the daily payout option, is their buffer is in essence a buffer when it comes to one of these select plans with the daily payout option, is that just means that you have to reach a certain target, which is in essence like another evaluation, I would say. So their buffer is 52,100. So $52,100. So that means that if you are live or on that sim funded account, you now have to make $2,100, and then anything after that you can request out daily. So I hit the $52,100 mark. That is my entire buffer zone now. I can't go below that, which is going to be in essence where I'm not qualified for a payout. But anything above that, I can take a daily payout up to $1,000. So let's say I've already hit that, I make $500 the next day after I'm above that buffer zone. I am able to take out that amount of money, obviously with the profit splits that they require, which is I think 90/10 or 80/20. And then you just have to make sure that you maintain above the buffer in order to continue to get payouts. A lot of people have asked the question of, well, what if I go below that? Let's just say I was at 52,100 and now I'm at 5100, 51,150. That just means you have to just get back above it. Your account's not blown. You just have to get back above that buffer zone again in order to request another payout, obviously.
So essentially, you have to leave that buffer in there. It's like a cushion or something.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
safety net.
Oh,
It really is like a
okay.
safety net. And it's for those people who just want to be able to take out money daily, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I just love being able to have a little bit more time to stack the wins and have something almost feel like I'm getting paid out weekly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hmm.
But that's just me. That's just my personal liking. So.
Okay. I think another thing that's tough for new people to understand, including myself, is the difference between trailing drawdown and end of day drawdown. Can you talk about the differences there?
No, it was one of the hardest things for me to get over as well. Trust me. I was looking all over YouTube and trying to figure it out myself. A lot of people don't really explain it, the easiest way. So let's start with trailing drawdown. So trailing drawdown is in essence this. Let's say I have a $50,000 account and I am up $1,000, and then it doesn't hit my take profit, but it comes back down to $500. That trailing drawdown is now up an additional $1,000. That $2,000, it's trailed up already, up another $1,000. So even though I only closed the trade, only $500 in profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
still learning.
No,
It,
no,
it
no
feels
worries at all.
almost like a punishment, like,
It's
you
tough.
know? Yeah.
It's really tough. So I could be up $2,000 in a trade and I only closed the trade $1,500. Maybe it just didn't hit my take profit, or maybe I just didn't want to wait around and I just got out $1,500 in profit. My trailing drawdown has already gone up that full $2,000. So now I, in essence, have a lot less wiggle room because I was once in profit $2,000, but I closed it $1,500 in profit. So that goes across the board. Some prop firms have it to where it's consistently, which is going to be, Take Profit Trader and a couple other different prop firms out there. But yeah, trailing drawdown is very tough. End of day is complete opposite. Whatever profit you close in on that day, or whatever, yeah, in essence, any profit that you close in on that day, it is going to trail by that much. So if I'm up 2,000 and I close down $1,500 in profit, it's only going to move up by that much. It's not going to move just because I was once in profit $2,000, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see where I got myself a little messed up in the beginning of my prop journey because I would always do a mini swing because
Mm,
I was on the 4 hour. So I did a lot of my a lot of my trading was overnight and a lot can
Mhm.
happen. So
Oh
the
yeah.
trailing drawdown got me and I was just like confused, like I didn't understand. I was
Yeah.
like breaking these rules that weren't clear to me.
Yeah, because you could be up like $1,000 that night, and then it
Yeah.
maybe hits your break even, and now your stop loss or your trailing drawdown is already up another $1,000. So now you only have $1,000 until you blow the account instead of the full
Yeah.
2,000 you once
So
had.
I was like blowing accounts with like no clear understanding.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's really
I
tough,
don't
and
trade that way anymore, but I
yeah,
think that's something good for other traders to understand.
most definitely, most definitely.
Okay. I think that was about it for today. I
Yeah,
think another question I have, so sometimes when I give away free accounts as a partner with Tradeify, I will get questions about like, you know, I've never done this before. Like people just completely do not understand anything about a prop firm. So they'll come
yeah.
back to me asking, the very beginner questions, like what are like the first things that you would tell someone totally brand new to prop trading with like no understanding of what they're getting themselves into?
Yeah, most definitely. So I guess the biggest thing that I would tell anyone if you're absolutely new, don't even know anything about prop trading is understand that you do not have a full $50,000 in your account
Yeah.
when it comes to starting to trade. You, in essence, have your drawdown, and that most of the time is $2,000, obviously ranging all the way up to 3,000, 6,000, whatever it is on different size accounts. That is the amount of money you have to play with. Once you understand that, it eases the mind a little bit more. You know what I mean? You are going to be more strict. I would say having good risk to reward management and understanding that this is still capital that you need to treat like it's real money. That's what I would say first things first when you start learning how to trade and utilizing a prop firm. It is an amazing time to be able to utilize prop firms right now so you don't have to use your own capital. So I would say just treat it like real money. Treat it like real money. Understand that you have to have risk to reward management. You have to understand that you do not have the full $50,000 in your account to trade with and that you can leverage 24/7.
Yeah. I think that's perfect way to end. That was hard for me to understand as well in the beginning. And that's why I created this series. So if you're new and you're trying to understand before you get started, I encourage you to watch any of the previous or later episodes. And if you want to save, you can use code MAMA. But yeah, I hope that has been helpful. And I'm very grateful that you came and shared your expertise with us. And thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
Okay.